In 1997, a man walked into a small village and was never seen again. No blood, no body, no police report. What makes this disturbing is not that he vanished, but that every single person in the village later claimed he never existed. Not even as a stranger, not even as a rumor. And the more investigators pushed, the more records began to disappear, including their own. The village had no name on modern maps. It appeared only once, on a torn military survey from the 1960s, marked with a symbol usually reserved for quarantine zones. The man who entered it was called Elias Ward, a freelance journalist obsessed with abandoned places and forgotten histories. He had followed a trail of inconsistencies, census gaps, blank land registries, and old radio logs that mentioned a populated area with no identifier. Elias arrived at dusk. The villagers were calm, polite, ordinary, too ordinary. They spoke normally, ate together, laughed, but none of them asked Elias where he came from. Not once. Elias noticed something else. There were no mirrors in the village. Not in homes, not in shops, not even in the public bathhouse. When he asked about it, a woman smiled and said, "We stopped needing them." That night, Elias recorded an audio journal. At exactly 2:17 a.m., his tape captured footsteps outside his room, followed by a voice whispering his name. When he opened the door, no one was there. But the footprints stopped right in front of him, as if something had been standing there, watching. The next morning, an old man approached Elias near the well. "You shouldn't let them learn you," the man said. Before Elias could ask what that meant, the man leaned closer and whispered, "They don't kill you here. They replace you." Moments later, the old man was gone. When Elias asked others about him, every villager replied with the same sentence: "There has never been an old man in this village." Elias broke into the village archive that night. Inside were shelves of journals, hundreds of them, each labeled with a name and a date. Every journal belonged to a visitor. Every journal ended mid-sentence. The last page of Elias' own journal was already there, written in his handwriting, describing events that hadn't happened yet. The final line read, "Tomorrow, they will remember me as one of them." The next morning, Elias went to leave. The road was gone. Where the path had been was now a row of houses, aged, weathered, as if they had always been there. A woman waved at him from a doorway and said, "Good morning, Elias. You were born here." And suddenly, memories that were not his began to surface. Childhood laughter, shared meals, faces he somehow knew. His voice recorder captured his last words. "I can't remember why I wanted to leave." Months later, authorities reviewing old land surveys noticed something impossible. The village now appeared clearly on satellite imagery. Its population count had increased by 1. And among the villagers listed in the census was a man named Elias Ward, occupation, local historian. His last known article draft was found on an unsent email. Some places don't erase you. They convince the world you were always theirs. And if you're wondering why you've never heard of this village before, ask yourself this: how many places exist, not to hide the truth, but to make sure no one remembers it was ever missing?